All right, so we're all about Etsy today. Everyone wants to make it big on Etsy, right?
Totally. And fast.
Fast. And we've been digging into some of these crazy successful shops. Some of them just blew up in like a few months, you
Yeah.
know?
Some of those numbers are like seriously impressive, right?
Absolutely. Now, look, we can't promise you'll be an Etsy millionaire overnight.
No, probably not overnight.
But the patterns we're seeing, there's definitely something to learn from these folks.
Absolutely. It's interesting, those overnight success stories. You
Yeah,
always hear those.
they're everywhere.
Yeah, they're everywhere, but they kind of skip over, the years of work that go into it.
Yeah.
One thing we saw over and over, it's all about time and volume. Like those two together, that's the magic combo.
Yeah, for sure. Like one shop we looked at, Caitlin Minimalist, I mean, over 2 million sales.
That's a lot of sales.
But they've been at it for 9 years, so
9 years.
it's not exactly an overnight thing.
Right, not exactly.
But here's what's cool. They're always ahead of the curve. Like when minimalist jewelry got big,
Yeah,
they were right there.
they were already on it.
And they just keep adapting,
Yeah.
That's serious dedication.
Oh, absolutely. They're constantly evolving.
Yeah.
That's huge. And it just shows you got to think long term,
Uh,
building a successful Etsy shop. It's not a sprint, it's a marathon.
right.
But here's the thing, you can speed things up a bit, right? Look at Ikerson Ltd. They hit almost 2.7 million in just 3 years.
3 years. That's still pretty fast.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty amazing. Their secret, they were listing 6 new products every single day.
Wait, 6 a day.
6.
Okay, now that's some serious hustle.
It is, right? That's commitment.
I'm starting to get how volume plays into this.
Yeah.
Like every new listing is another chance to get seen.
Absolutely. Every listing is another opportunity.
But does that mean like just listing anything and everything will work?
Well, not exactly. Each listing, think of it as like a mini experiment. You know you're learning what works for Etsy search.
Yeah.
How to show off your product, the right keywords. What are people actually clicking?
Right.
What are they buying?
Okay, so it's volume, but with a purpose.
Exactly. Volume with purpose.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
And when we looked at these shops with like huge sales, I was blown away by how many listings they had.
It's incredible, right?
It's wild. Crazy Dog t-shirts, over 3,400 listings.
Wow.
And over 221,000 sales. There's got to be a connection there, right?
Yeah.
Between how many listings and how much you sell.
Yeah, it's a strong correlation. Doesn't matter what you're selling, more listings, more potential.
Makes sense.
And think of it this way. Each listing is data.
Okay.
Maybe your gold jewelry, way more clicks than silver.
Right.
Boom, you focus on gold.
Yeah.
Or bright, colorful shirts outselling your minimalist designs. Well, there you go. That's valuable information.
So it's not just throwing stuff out there and hoping for the best.
Right. It's a numbers game, but you got to be smart about it.
Yeah, you're using the data to figure out what actually works and then doing more of that.
Exactly. Now, before you go and create 1,000 listings, there's one key ingredient we got to add to the mix.
Okay.
Quality.
Oh, right, of course.
Every listing got to be a step up from the last one.
So you're always improving, getting better, refining your craft.
Yeah. Constantly evolving, learning, getting better.
I love that. It reminds me of this Shopco resume. They sell resume templates.
Okay.
And they've made like $272,000.
Wow.
But from 61 templates.
That's impressive.
It is. It's like Malcolm Gladwell's Outliers.
Yeah.
10,000 hours to mastery.
Exactly. Exactly. And it's a journey. It's not about getting there overnight.
Right.
Remember that story about the Polgar sisters?
No.
Their dad, he trained them in chess rigorously, like hardcore.
Wow.
And all 3 of them, they became grandmasters.
Really? That's incredible.
Yeah, it's amazing, right? The
Yeah.
power of practice and improvement, it's huge.
Huge. So it's not just churning out listings. It's about getting better each time, leveling up your skills with every single one.
Absolutely. It's about the journey, getting better, improving.
Yeah, I love that. Little by little, those improvements add up, and you get those amazing results we see with these top sellers.
Exactly. It's those small improvements that add up over time.
You mentioned wanting to see success fast, right? Well, there's this one seller, Hannah Gardner. She hit $945,000 in her first year on Etsy.
Wait, her first year?
First year.
Okay, that's impressive.
I know.
Yeah.
So was it all volume, or is there something else going on there?
Well, she was super strategic. She used the right tools, like Everbee, to analyze her competitors, really understand the market.
Oh, interesting.
And she stayed active on her Etsy account, showing she was serious, committed.
Right, so you're not just some random seller, you're building a real business.
Exactly. And she didn't just list a few things and hope for the
No,
best.
she was busy.
She launched a ton of SKUs, tested different versions of her listings, and she used the data, she optimized everything based on what she was seeing.
So it was like a well-oiled machine, constantly testing, tweaking, refining to get the most out of it.
Absolutely. And those customer reviews, she nailed those too.
Right. Aiming for star seller.
Right, exactly. Those reviews are gold, they build trust, encourage more sales.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And let's not forget Etsy ads, she used those strategically too,
Right.
getting her products in front of the right people.
Okay, I'm starting to see the bigger picture here.
Yeah,
It's not luck or even just having one amazing product.
right.
It's about consistency,
Yeah.
putting in the work, having those high-quality listings, and then being smart about it, using the data, using Etsy ads.
Absolutely. It's all about the strategy, combining all those pieces.
Yeah. So we're starting to see some key ingredients for success here.
Definitely.
But with millions of sellers on Etsy, how do you even stand out? And how do you find a niche that's like profitable but not already totally crowded?
Right. Good question. Well, Hustle Ninjas had some interesting advice. They said, find recently successful shops with low competition.
Okay.
And they actually highlighted this UK card shop. They were killing it with these gorgeous designs.
A UK shop, huh?
Yeah, it shows you don't have to be limited to your local market.
Right.
With the right product, the right approach, you can reach a global audience.
Absolutely. So don't be afraid to niche down, get specific.
Exactly. Like, let's say you're into handmade soap.
Okay.
Instead of just general soap, specialize.
Right.
Maybe it's organic soap for sensitive skin,
Okay.
or vegan soaps with essential oils,
Right.
or even those quirky animal-shaped soaps we talked about.
Yeah, love those.
Right. The more specific you are, the easier it is to stand out, become the
Yeah.
go-to expert for that one thing.
Yeah, you're not competing with every soap maker on Etsy anymore.
Right.
You're competing with a much smaller group, the ones in your niche.
Exactly. And when you niche down, you're not just selling a product, you're selling an experience.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It's for a specific customer, and that's how you build a loyal following.
It's like you're curating a specific vibe.
Exactly, and a
Yeah.
brand people connect with.
Okay, so we've got time, we've got volume, we've got quality, we've got to have those smart processes, find the right niche.
Yeah, it's all coming together.
What else are we missing?
This one is huge GE. It's often what separates those super successful sellers from the rest. Branding.
Branding, yeah. Yeah.
So many shops we looked at, they had this distinct visual style, a unique voice, you know?
Yeah.
They weren't just selling a product, they were selling an experience, a story, a brand.
It's like the difference between a generic product and your favorite, I don't know, coffee shop
Right.
or clothing store, you know?
Mhm.
It's that connection.
Exactly. It's about connecting with the brands, their story, what they stand for.
Yeah, I get it.
Empower University really hammered this home. Strong branding, it builds trust.
Yeah.
It creates recognition, turns a random Etsy shop into a memorable brand.
Right, something people remember, come back to.
Exactly.
So you're building a reputation, a personality for your shop.
Yes. It sets you apart from the crowd.
Okay, I'm with you, but how do you actually do that?
Yeah.
Like, what are the steps to building a strong brand?
Well, that's a conversation for part 2 of our deep dive. We'll get into the nitty-gritty of building a captivating brand, writing those awesome product descriptions, and really making your listings pop. Stay tuned.
I can't wait. Welcome back. All right, so last time we were talking all about branding on Etsy.
Right. Taking your shop from just another seller to a must-visit destination.
Yeah, like making it a real brand.
Absolutely.
Okay, so how do we actually do that?
Well, think about this. Your brand, it's like your shop's personality. The feeling people get when they see your stuff, you know.
Right.
They read your descriptions, they interact with you. It's a
Right.
strong brand. It creates that emotional connection.
Yeah.
It turns casual shoppers into, like, loyal fans.
Okay, so how do you actually make that happen?
Yeah.
Like, say I'm selling those animal-shaped soaps we talked about.
Right. Those fun soaps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do I build a brand around that?
Well, first, you got to think about your target audience. Who are you trying to reach?
Okay.
Like, if it's, say, millennials who are into, you know, fun stuff, eco-conscious.
Right.
Your brand might be playful, vibrant, emphasize those natural ingredients.
Okay.
Photography could be bright colors, your descriptions, witty, engaging.
Yeah, instead of just saying handmade soap, it's like, bring the zoo to your bathtub with these adorable, all-natural animal soap.
Exactly. You're telling a story,
Yeah.
going beyond just the product.
And lots of pictures, right? Like Instagram-worthy stuff.
Oh, absolutely. Got to have those visuals. And consistency is key,
Okay.
Your brand, it should be everywhere, from your shop banner, logo, product packaging, even social media.
So it's like creating this whole world around your product.
Yes.
An experience
Yes.
that people want to be a part of.
Exactly. Now let's talk about product descriptions.
Okay.
Super important.
Yeah.
Remember, you're not just listing features, you're selling benefits, emotions. Think about what problems your product solves,
Right.
how it makes people feel, what makes it special.
Yeah, that makes sense.
You're painting a picture with words.
We talked about Alec listing 20 products a day to hit 2,000 listings.
Yeah, he's going for it.
Incredible. But is that realistic for everyone?
Well, it's inspiring, for sure, but it's not always doable, especially if you've got other stuff going on.
Right. Life gets in the way.
Exactly. That's where planning and efficiency come in,
Okay.
You don't necessarily need thousands of listings.
Right.
What matters is each one is optimized, attracting the right customers.
Quality over quantity.
Exactly. And remember Hannah Gardner, she talked about launching different SKUs.
Yeah, and testing variations.
Right. So even with a smaller catalog, you can still have multiple listings.
Oh, right.
Experiment with images, titles, keywords.
So even if you have the same product, you can list it a few different ways.
Yeah. Try different angles.
Makes sense.
And don't forget about bundling.
Bundle.
Yeah. Offering product bundles, it's a great way to, increase your average order value.
Okay.
Give more value to your customers.
Right.
Plus, your listings, they'll look more appealing, stand out in search.
Oh, that's smart. So you're like creating these curated collections.
Exactly. Cater to specific needs, interests.
Yeah, I like that.
It makes you stand out.
With all this talk about optimization strategy,
Right.
it's easy to get lost in the technical stuff.
Yeah.
What of the human element?
Right, that's crucial. Empower University, they really emphasize this
Okay.
customer centricity. It's everything.
Yeah.
They even shared a Walt Disney quote, remember? Promise good, deliver great.
Oh, I love that quote.
It's about exceeding expectations, creating that memorable experience.
Yeah, for sure.
Like those little touches that make a difference.
Right.
A thank you note, a quick reply to a question, going above and beyond.
Yeah, those little things go a long way.
It shows you care,
All right.
And that builds loyalty that you just can't buy.
It's turning customers into, fans.
Exactly. They become advocates for your shop.
That's awesome. Okay, so we've got branding, we've got those descriptions, strategic listings, amazing customer service.
It's all coming together.
What else can we learn from these Etsy superstars?
Data. The power of data. It's huge.
Okay.
Dylan Girouse, he was all about this. Analyze your shop stats, not just, casually, but systematically.
Okay.
Look at your conversion rates, click-throughs, who's buying your stuff.
Right.
All those data points, they tell a story.
So it's like being the detective, right?
Exactly. You're looking for clues.
Figuring out what's working, what's not.
Right. Where can you improve?
Okay, so let's say I notice that listings with, lifestyle photos, they get way more clicks.
There you go. That's a signal.
Invest more in those kinds of photos.
Exactly.
So you're not just guessing, you're using the data to make decisions.
Absolutely. It's about being informed.
Okay, that makes sense.
But remember, data is only useful if you act on it, right?
Right.
If a product's doing really well, go all in on that.
More listings, variations, yeah.
Exactly. Invest in marketing those products.
Speaking of marketing, how do these top sellers get the word out? I mean, we talked about Etsy ads,
Right.
but are there other strategies?
Social media is huge.
Yeah.
Instagram, Pinterest, even TikTok.
Yeah.
You can show off your products, connect with people, build a community.
Right, meet your customers where they are.
Exactly. Create engaging content.
Keeps their attention.
Yes. And don't forget about email marketing.
Oh, wait.
Build an email list. Stay in touch with your customers.
Yeah.
Share new stuff. Offer discounts. Build those relationships.
Okay, so we've got social media, email, optimizing for Etsy search. That's a lot to keep track of.
It is, for sure, especially as you grow.
Right. Any tips on staying organized?
Tools. The right tools can make a huge difference.
Okay.
There are so many apps, software designed for Etsy sellers.
Yeah.
Streamline your processes, manage inventory, schedule posts, track analytics.
It's like building your Etsy toolbox.
Exactly. Equip yourself for success.
Work smarter, not harder.
Right. And remember, Etsy's always changing.
Yeah,
Trends come and go, algorithms update, customer preferences shift.
you got to stay on top of it all.
You do. Brandon Timothy, he talked about staying up to date on SEO,
Right.
using tools like Everbee to check out the competition, find those high volume keywords.
Makes sense.
And Dylan Giroux, he emphasized being mobile first, you
Well,
know.
right, because everyone's on their phone.
Most Etsy traffic is from mobile now.
So your listings have to look good on a small screen.
Absolutely.
It's adapting to how people shop.
It is, using technology to your advantage.
Okay, I'm getting it. So embrace the learning curve.
Yes.
Try new tools, try new strategies. Never stop improving.
That's the key.
Man, we've covered so much in this deep dive. I feel like we've been drinking from a fire hose of information.
We have, right. Niching down, branding, data, staying adaptable. It's like we've created a whole Etsy success playbook.
It really does feel like that. And what strikes me is that with all this strategy talk, all the technical stuff,
Yeah.
there's this human element that keeps coming up.
Totally. It's the heart of it all, right?
Absolutely. We talked about customer centricity, building those relationships, making your brand connect with people on a deeper level.
Yeah. It's not just about algorithms and spreadsheets.
No, it's about genuine connection, creating something meaningful.
Exactly. And remember that Walt Disney quote, promise good, deliver great.
I love that one. It really sums it up.
It's about exceeding expectations, making people feel valued.
And it goes beyond just like the product itself.
No, absolutely. It's those little things, a thank you note, a quick reply, going above and beyond.
Yeah, that personal touch makes a huge
It
difference.
shows you care, and that builds loyalty you can't fake.
It's about turning customers into like raving fans.
Yes, they become your biggest advocates.
I love that. So as we wrap things up, I want to leave everyone with something to think about.
Okay, I like it.
Think about the legacy you want to create with your Etsy shop.
Legacy, that's interesting.
I know, right? We usually talk about sales goals, growing the business.
Right, the numbers.
But you're right, there's more to it than that.
What do you want to be known for? Your craftsmanship, your amazing designs, being the best at customer service.
Or maybe having this incredible brand story that connects with a specific community.
Exactly. It's about impact, not just on your own life, but on your customers, maybe even the world.
Imagine your shop being this source of inspiration, a hub for creativity, a place where people connect.
What a legacy.
And it all starts with that first step, that spark of an idea, that one listing away moment.
So what are you waiting for? You've got those ideas, those skills, those passions.
Let's turn them into something amazing.
Etsy's waiting for you. Go create, connect, build that dream business, build that legacy.
And remember, this isn't the end, it's just the beginning. Keep learning, keep experimenting, and never stop chasing those aha moments.
Absolutely. That's the beauty of it.
Thanks for joining us on this Etsy Deep Dive. We'll catch you next time.